Hey everyone. Some of you might know about a company called Herman Miller. They're well known for their high quality office chairs that have a lot of comfort and ergonomic designs, but they're also well known for their prices. From what I've looked up, the cheapest ones are like around £400, then the more ergonomic ones go for around 800 to 1000, and then the most high quality ones go up to 1200. So they're one of those niche markets that aren't very mainstream because of how small the markets are, but then that gives them reason to like mark up their prices so high. And to be honest, from what I've looked up, people are happy with the quality. And they don't just sell chairs, they make other office equipment like desks. But the funny thing is, even though they're larger, they still cost around the same. However, the most expensive desk that you expect to be the most complex is just a tiny I-beam side table that costs $2,550 and takes 19 weeks to be delivered. So clearly this company likes to take a bit of freedom with how they price their products. But in general, they have a pretty good brand image for making high quality equipment that's like the best in the market. And a lot of people like to buy chairs from them because it actually prevents back problems, as opposed to the cheaper chairs that, even though are comfortable, actually do cause some back issues over time. Now, I wish I could talk about this company in a good way, but there's recently been some bad news about the company and CEO. The CEO of Herman Miller is a woman called Annie Owen, who's been there since 2018, and there was a leaked Zoom call where they were discussing about the bonuses that were cancelled, and they were asking her how to keep the employees motivated. They sent on a massive rant with her saying that they should stop complaining and just keep working, at which point somebody decided to start recording it because of the stuff she was saying. The conversation was leaked and spread online, mainly because even though the bonuses would get cancelled, she would still get to keep her $4 million bonus without any decrease. Her rant was meant to motivate the employees to hit their sales target, but a lot of people got angry at the clip because of her condescending nature and the way she was getting like passive aggressive.
Questions came through about how can we stay motivated if we're not going to get a bonus? What can we do? What can we do? Some of them were nice and some of them were not so nice. So I'm going to address this head on. The most important thing we can do right now is focus on the things that we can control. None of us could have predicted COVID. None of us could have predicted supply chain. None of us could have predicted bank failures. But what we can do is stay in front of our customers, provide the best customer service we can, get our orders out our door, treat each other well, be kind, be respectful, focus on the future because it will be bright. It's not good to be in a situation we're in today, but we're not going to be here forever. It is going to get better. So lead by example, treat people well, talk to them, be kind, and get after it.
In the beginning of the clips, he was basically saying that things will get better, despite the fact that a lot of people relied on this bonus, and to get that taken away, it's understandable to be anxious about what could happen next. Then later on, she gets angrier, telling the employees to shut up and just focus on making sales.
Don't ask about, what are we going to do if we don't get a bonus? Get the damn $26 million. Spend your time and your effort thinking about the $26 million we need and not thinking about what you're going to do if we don't get a bonus. All right?
This again doesn't put any confidence in the employees. When they see that their question about the bonuses, it's just met with like a shut up response that you would hear from a mom. The entire rant actually feels like a tired mom who doesn't want to argue with her kids, so she does that by telling you to be quiet.
Can I get some commitment for that? I would appreciate that. I had an old boss who said to me one time, you can visit Pity City, but you can't live there. So people, leave Pity City. Let's get it done. Thank you. Have a great day.
This was a key part of the clip, the Pity City part, because it just felt so like condescending, treating them like they were crybabies. I like how she tried to be more relatable by saying like she was also in a tough situation and she got through it. But it's just dumb because then you look like you're repeating the same attitude that your boss had to you. It really feels out of touch when you're saying that people are crying and moping about it instead of trying to treat it like an actual problem that you don't have to deal with because you get to keep $4 million to yourself. There really is a sense of looking down on the people for not committing as much hard work as she wants, despite the fact that she won't even make that sacrifice herself by keeping the bonus. And based on what she said about reaching that 26 million target, you'd think she wouldn't take the bonus because 4 million is a lot compared to 26. You think she would focus on the company and maybe wait for the future when there's more room for a bonus for herself and the employees, but instead she just takes it for herself and then yells at the employees, acting like it's their fault for not reaching the target. Honestly, she might have done this before, but it's only now she's being outed because somebody was able to record it. I also like how she liked the boom with her hands, acting like it's a mic drop, like people are gonna start working really hard. But now I want you to take some time to look at the replies on Twitter because there is some interesting stuff. This is such an egotistical and disgenius way to speak to your employees as you head to your bank to cash your $4 million bonus. Yeah, once you know that she actually kept the bonus to herself, the entire clip just feels really arrogant with the way she was just looking down at the employees. Fingers crossed, and somebody put a picture of the stocks of the company who I think owns Herman Miller's, and it is going down. Yeah, I feel like this is gonna have like a really bad impact, not just on like the brand image, but also like the stocks and the sales. They'll only remove her for the sake of PR. Guarantee they all agree with her. Yeah, that's so true. Even though like, I don't know if she will get fired, but I bet you like everybody else in the same kind of like position as her completely agrees and just like has a disdain for the actual employees who work hard. Then you have like other chair companies who try to like swoop in and promote their own stuff. News tomorrow. Herman Miller loses a significant number of employees after CEO rants about bonuses. The employees leaving might be like the second outcome that will happen if there is no bonus issued out, like in response to the drama. Fire her, lead by example. Homegirl is keeping all the bonuses to herself. Not a leader, not a team player. That's not how you talk to someone while walking to the bank with your bonus. These people work hard for their bonus and it's a drive to keep going. They should leave. 4 million definitely feel like enough to spread around and give us bonuses to people. Because honestly, that would be the best way to boost sales. Imagine her reaction if she about to fade those employees though. Let her explain it to them face to face while she's taking money away from them, feeding the families. That as well, because I'm sure in her mind, she saw like the employees were being greedy and she wanted the bonus for the sake of it, even though some people definitely needed it for like basic living. See, that's so twisted. I can assure you most people really don't care about the company they work for and are only interested in their pay, as people need to work to live. Of course, I'm gonna be pissed if I don't get a bonus. You shouldn't think that every single employee is devoted to the company. Some of them just want to work for money and couldn't give a shit about like the brand image or like the target sales. Remember when Disney was struggling and the corporate leadership cancelled their own bonuses instead of allowing the storm to impact their employees before cutting the excess fat at the top? That probably was the best outcome, because let's say the clip wasn't leaked. The worst outcome is that some people would leave. But now that it was leaked, it's had like this massive domino effect, and some people won't even buy products from them anymore. You used to think highly of Herman Miller. Yeah, not anymore. She literally didn't even answer the question, just said work harder. And that is true. At the very least, if you're gonna address the question, actually give an answer instead of just yelling at them. She threw the whole mask away and said, get your work, peasant. I feel like a lot of CEOs, when they're in private or sitting there in private, they act completely different to the way they would in public or to anybody else like customers. From be kind to fuck your bonuses, get back to work. Yeah, I think I'll just go back to shopping for a different kind of chair, thanks. Even though the clip was just a minute and 20 seconds, she really went from being kind of like angry to being like proper like passive aggressive. I don't know how you can think so highly of yourself and all you do is provide chairs. Girl is talking like they're producing life-saving cures or something. You know, she could have left it at things won't stay the same forever part and ended, but then she really screwed herself over at the end. You better start looking for another job, cause this ain't it. If she ended at that part and the clip was still leaked, I feel like it wouldn't have had like as a big of impact as like the Pity City part. Very good timing. My next chair was going to be Herman Miller. Now I'm looking forward to spending my money somewhere else. I'm sure this joke of a CEO will be gone by the time I need another chair upgrade. I hate when CEOs drop supply chain. You make chairs, there was no shortage of plastic. Sales went up with the work from home spike, and now they took more. Risky business. That is true. I haven't looked it up, but I feel like sales from Herman Miller definitely rose during COVID because so many people like had to work at home. Wild how she goes from like this fake nice attitude to like enraged at the end and a sort of mic drop moment. Like, how could you possibly think this would look good at all? A company that charges thousands for a chair designed 15 years ago acting shady. Color me shocked. Well, I didn't know that. I actually expected the design to be modern. But 15 years, fuck it, that's old. She said, you motherfuckers don't even know what the real grind is. If I worked for her, I would do everything in my power to piss customers off to the point of me getting fired. I wouldn't quit, I would force them to fire me simply for making sure the customers never returned. There are definitely people who just like don't give a shit about their job after the bonus got cancelled, but they still want to get some payback in some shape or form. They sell office furniture. The people that worked there were already dead inside before this lady started reminding them of it. Here's an idea. Keep the bonuses so your workers have a personal incentive for achieving the company's goal. Nobody cares if the company doesn't hit its $1 million quota. People do care if they miss out on a few $1,000s because they didn't work hard enough. That is true, but so far from checking the Twitter account of Herman Miller, that somehow has 550 followers, I don't know how, they haven't said anything yet so far. They might try to like issue an apology and announce a bonus for the employees to like save their brand image, even though right now it's pretty fucked and I don't know how they can like save it. That's all I really like to say about the situation. But hopefully you guys enjoyed the video and I'll see you next time. Bye.